Tomorrow, the United States will implement reciprocal tariffs on other nations. It's been a long time since we even thought of that. But we will charge them approximately half of what they are and have been charging us. So the tariffs will be not a full reciprocal. I could have done that, yes, but it would have been tough for a lot of countries. We didn't want to do that. I'd like to see the chart if you have it. Could you bring it up, Howard?
Oh my God.
Reciprocal. Are they reciprocal? Are they not? Let's hear what the big man got to say.
Starting tomorrow, the United States will implement reciprocal tariffs on other nations. It's been a long time since we even thought of that. But we will charge them approximately half of what they are and have been charging us. So the tariffs will be not a full reciprocal. I could have done that, yes, but it would have been tough for a lot of countries. We didn't want to do that. I'd like to see the chart if you have it. Could you bring it up, Howard? This is our great Secretary of Commerce, Howard Lutnick. Thanks, Howard. So if you look at that, China, first row, China, 67%. That's tariffs charged to the USA, including currency manipulation and trade barriers. So 67%, I think you can, for the most part, see it. Those with good eyes, with bad eyes. We didn't want to bring, it's very windy out here. We didn't want to bring out the big charts because it had no chance of standing. Fortunately, we came armed with a little smaller chart.
Yo, dude is hilarious. Take a look at the chart. Can anybody really be upset? Let's say that these companies do pass on the tariffs and that a lot of these products where we import them, they're going to go up. We already have talked about it, so I don't want to go into detail on it. But obviously, that's going to make the American products more competitive. One of the biggest complaints from American companies and businesses is that they can't compete with a lot of these products that are being imported. Why? Because we have something here that, you know, the Democrats and to both sides, but more, I would say the Democrats push for it more, a higher minimum wage, right? So with the higher minimum wage, do we not make the connection that, sorry to interrupt the video, we got a new challenge. 20,000 by the end of April. We fell short in March, but we're gonna get our goal this month. Thank you all in advance for those that are gonna continue to like, subscribe, maybe even leave some comments and let us know how we're doing. And on that note, let me let y'all get back to the video and I'll see y'all soon. Ew. When you have a higher minimum wage, that means you have to pay staff, factory workers, manufacturers more, right? So when you have to pay them more, everything else pretty much goes up and that factors into the price. So American products cost more where they do not have to pay workers the same wages in other countries. So from a moral standpoint, how do we feel about it? And even from a American economy standpoint, how do we feel about it? The same people that say we want to boost up the minimum wage, okay, boosting up the minimum wage means your McDonald's is going to cost more. That means your Target stuff is going to cost more if they put that into the price. But we don't complain about that. But then when it comes to the tariffs, when we want to actually make the American companies and products more competitive and give them a chance to, so we can feed our own economy, we're complaining. All right. So let's keep going with the video. So as you can see on this chart, hopefully everybody's able to see it. Well, this is what I'm going to do. I already got out the way. So you guys should be able to zoom in, check out the chart, but he's going over it. We're still paying, like, forget reciprocal tariffs. They're still, based on the chart, we're still paying them to sell our American products in their countries. We're still paying like twice as much, but Trump's going to go through it.
So it's 67%. So we're going to be charging a discounted reciprocal tariff of 34%. I think, in other words, they charge us, we charge them less. So how can anybody be upset? They will be, because we never charge anybody anything, but now we're going to charge. European Union, they're very tough, very, very tough traders.
Yo, bro really got up. This is hilarious. I know he's done this before where he has his charts, but this is, he really got up there with a chart. It makes it easy for us to understand, I guess. Visualization, right? Can't have a PowerPoint, so I had a chart.
You know, you think of European Union, very friendly. They rip us off. It's so sad to see. It's so pathetic. 39%, we're going to charge them 20%, so we're charging them essentially half. Vietnam, great negotiators, great people. They like me, I like them. The problem is they charge us 90%. We're going to charge them 46% tariff. Taiwan, where they took all of our computer chips and semiconductors. We used to be the king, right? We were everything. We had all of it. Now we have almost none of it, except the biggest company is coming in. We're going to end up with almost 40%. Lee Zeldin's working to get their approvals. And it's an amazing company. Mr. Wei of one of the great.
All right, so y'all understand what's going on. We don't need to watch the entire video, but y'all understand, y'all see what's going on here. How you feel about it, I guess, is how you feel about it. Some people will understand, some people won't care, but I want us to be reminded of that first video that we played with Andrew Schultz talking about Candace Owens. How let's not allow how we already feel about Trump, how we already feel about him, to determine everything that he does in the future. And I think more and more people are doing a better job of it, especially with the numbers showing it. But what I think is happening is that more and more people are starting to say, you know what? This makes sense. I didn't vote for Trump. I don't like a lot of the things that he's doing. I don't like his personality. He's at all these different things. But when you're just looking at what's going on with the policies and go policy for policy, if you're going to talk about the border, just talk about the border. You're going to talk about the tariffs, just talk about the tariffs. What could we not like about Trump defending us, defending American companies, incentivizing not only for us to purchase American products that are going to stimulate our economy, lessen inflation, but also encouraging other companies, if you're going to sell products, if you're going to sell our citizens products, then the very least you can do is bring your factories here like Hyundai did. So that way you're going to, at the very least, be hiring American workers. I don't know. It makes sense to me. Maybe it doesn't make sense to everybody else. This was perhaps maybe an even more important tariff that I haven't heard as many people talking about. But when it comes to the pharmaceutical industry.
Pharma tariffs, Mr. President, you've been talking about the pharma tariffs and what to expect there. Are you going to exempt life-saving medications, or what can we expect there?
Well, we'll be announcing it soon, but we have to bring pharmaceuticals, drugs and pharmaceuticals
on the plane
back into our country.
And what's the rate you're looking at? 15%, 25%?
We're looking at a certain number that will be enough to get the drugs and the pharmaceutical companies bringing their product into our country.
So with the tariffs with the pharmaceuticals, the same thing applies. He wants the people, if you're going to make the drugs, at least you're going to make them in our country. Now, why is that important? Well, let's think back 4 or 5 years ago, 2020, right? What happened? I didn't even think about this as it was happening, but we were waiting. We were waiting for that jab or whatever else to come from other countries to get to America. Now, I got to double check on that exactly as far as which companies. And let me double check on that as far as which companies. But based on what Trump is saying, and as I'm saying that, I'm like, bro, you got to double check that. So this is why, scratch what I just said. Just listen to it from this standpoint. Incentivizing other pharmaceutical companies to make their products in America. That's very important. That allows America to control the medicine that is being given to Americans. Do we trust that our enemy, like, think about it like this. If this is being made in a country where we're saying is our enemy, where we're saying is trying to, like, who we could potentially be at a real war with, are we going to trust our medicine to go through their customs, our customs coming from them through that process? Or do we actually want it made here? If they decide, nah, we're not shipping out anything. If their government goes and tells those companies, yeah, we're not sending out any pharmaceuticals. We're not sending out any medicine to America. How would we feel? How would we feel? So that's pretty much what he's saying here.
We never want to have to rely on other countries for that, like we did at COVID.
Sir, Mr. President, on the car tariffs and just the reciprocal tariffs, a lot of countries.
All right, so y'all get it. We're not going to spend too much time on that. We are going to move along. Next video we have y'all girl, Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett. Now, I think we actually played some clips from the interview that now has resurfaced, that has come front and center, and that a lot of people are reacting to. I would love to get y'all thoughts. So let's play. It's Dak. Just want to thank you for checking out our video and visiting the OG Network. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure that you give us a like. And if you're looking to join a community of inspired individuals striving for purposeful abundance, subscribe. And if you're feeling real generous, share the video with some friends and family. All right, I'll see y'all soon. Ew.